I'm back to filming. I know I look crazy right now. I really wanted to try to look nice, but it just didn't work. Both the kids are being crazy and it's just one of those days. But I do have a story time on Troy's recent shots. It was definitely an experience and worth sharing. So let me just go ahead with the story, and of course leave your thoughts below. I would love to start a little bit of a discussion on this, but I never really thought about immunizations until I had my child and he had to get his shots. His first set of shots were at 2 months and I did not feel comfortable with him getting the shots. I was very nervous, and so I delayed it for just a little over a week, and then he got them, didn't cry, and it took away all my fears. Him not crying made me feel good, so I just went on with him getting shots. I never really did a lot of research on it. One of those things where I saw a few stories about people's experience and decided that the pros of shots kind of outweighed the cons. And so he got his shots. His recent appointment, I was told that he missed his I think his 15-month shots. I missed that appointment apparently, and so he had to have 3 shots that day, or he could have had 2 that day, and then he could have had the shot that I missed a month from then on. And she told me if I were to get all 3 of the shots that day, he would not have to come back until he was 4 years old. So immediately I said I want him to have all his shots, and EJ was saying no, he should only get the 2 that he needs, and then the 1 that he missed he should get a month from then. So the doctor chimes in, she gives us her input and tells us that if it were her in our position, she would get her child the 3 shots because afterwards he or she wouldn't have to come back. So that's what we decided to go for. We just put our faith in what she said she would do, and so we allowed him to get the 3 shots. He got 2 on the same exact spot, leg, everything, 2 of the same shot in the same spot, and then he got 1 shot in his other leg. When he got his shots, before he even got the shots, I gave him Tylenol. He's never had any symptoms before, you know, this experience. So as soon as he got the shots, his leg instantly swelled, and you know, the doctor assured me that it's normal, it's part of it. You know, he had a fever off and on for about 4 days, non-stop crying, fussiness. It was terrible. It's something that I can't even really explain, because going through it, it was a very stressful situation. I don't think as a mom I've ever been so overwhelmed until those 4 days. It was really bad. He was, I'm telling you, crying from morning practically till the time he fell asleep, only to cry again. And the leg was swollen, the fever was bad. I kept calling the nurse to, you know, make sure that this was okay, that this was normal, because it did not let up. Like, if he was not on Tylenol, he had a fever. Okay, so after the 4 days left, he got better as far as his behavior. You know, the crying stopped, everything kind of seemed back to normal, but his leg never went down as far as swelling till this day. He had those shots, he had the shots March 2nd. It is now April 2nd, and he still has a swollen leg, and he has a bump on one of his legs. He was not born with this bump. I took him to the dermatologist to figure out what it was. I never got any answers on it, so I did set up an appointment, or I will be setting up an appointment for a new dermatologist that I have. But I think that the shots caused this, and the reason why I wanted to do this story time is because it allowed me to really think, what are we injecting our children with? You know, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do think the pros outweigh the cons. You know, it's just one of those things where it's good for the child to get shots because there are some things that can be taken care of with it, certain viruses and I guess diseases that we used to get back in the day. that would kill us, like pneumonia. Well, that, you know, we can still get pneumonia, but like chicken pox, you know. And then nowadays it's kind of like not as common, but even so, it makes me think like, what is in this stuff? Because nowadays it's just, there's so many things that's happening to our kids. And I'm telling you, this boy has a bump on his leg, and I'm pretty sure it's caused by the shots. And I say that too because Arya had her 2-month shots, and right after she had her 2-month shots, she got a bruise in the spot that she had the shot in, and it's still there. So I was thinking, is she gonna get one of those bumps too? She never got it. She just has like a bruise on that spot. So I don't know what I should do as far as the shots go. I don't know if I should delay it for a while now, or if I should just continue on with the way that I have it going, because they are on the right shots track. Troy's not going to get them again till 4 years old, but I do worry about Arya because she is still young, and she's only gotten her 4-month-old shots, and now she's going to have to get her 6-month-old shots. But I don't know what to do about it. I really don't, because Troy's leg is still a little swollen. I did call his pediatrician, and I told her what was going on. And when I called the nurse, I called an on-call nurse. So I spoke to this nurse around like midnight one day, and she seemed pretty, you know, like worried about it. When I told her the story, she was like, oh, he had 2 shots in the same leg. Like, that's the vibe that I got from her. So let me know if you've ever been through things like this. You know, I know doctors are human just like us. They make mistakes. So maybe it was a mistake for her to give the same shot twice, or maybe even in the same spot. You know, maybe that was a little too much. I don't know. But that recent experience that I had with Troy, it's just something that you would have to go through. It was bad. Never again will I give him so many shots at one time. So definitely be cautious of that, you know. Like I said, I don't think I could ever do multiple shots ever again at the same time. More than 2, I'm not doing it. I learned my lesson, because it seemed like that fussiness would never end, that fever would never end, that swelling would never end, and I was questioning my decision as a parent, you know. So anyways, that was my experience with the recent shots. That was my, you know, my story time. Lately I've been really interested in the immunizations topics, and I've been doing a little research here and there, reading some stories, and I've heard people say they think it's linked to autism and different types of, you know, mental disorders, and I'm starting to think there can be a cause. I really do think there is a slight cause, but we just don't know for sure. Anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and until next time, I'll catch you in my next video. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Bye guys.